So today's video and training is going to be based upon a book that I have recently read for my personal development. It is called The Psychology of Selling by Brian Tracy. I highly recommend this book if the Beachbody business is something that you would like to make some money at. It gives a lot of good tips, a lot of good pointers, different scenarios of things to say to somebody. As you can see, I've got lots of different tabs going on here. So I actually keep this at my desk as a point of reference for me to go to, depending upon what situation that I may be talking with a customer about. So the first thing we're going to hit on is setting and achieving your sales goals. There's two things that you need to keep in mind. The first one is set a monthly income goal for yourself. If you want to make a little bit of money at this, whether it be just as a little extra to maybe make enough to buy groceries for a month, or maybe make it your full-time income, whatever the case may be, you need to set a monthly income goal for yourself. I personally had not been doing this. I was basically just kind of winging it, and however much money I made, I made. But because this business is something that I want to turn into a full-time job at some point in time, I've got to start setting income goals for myself. So that I have done over the past month. And it is really helping to push me a little bit harder to know to reach that. So that is number one. Number two, it is very important, if you want to make a go at this, to compare yourself to the top coaches in Beachbody. I am going to post a top coach checklist in our team page very soon. So this is something that you can look at and see what you're doing and what you're not doing, what you can improve on. And I encourage you to look at that list once a week. Just go through it and pick one thing that you can work on for that 1 week and continue with that one thing and just build upon that list. I was able to come across this list from one of the top coaches in Beachbody. Her name is Mindy Winder. So she is very successful in Beachbody. So I would very much encourage you to look at that list and take heed to, at least a good handful of things to start trying. So the next thing I want to hit on is kind of based upon the topic of the inner game of selling. And again, I am getting all of this information from this book. So if you pick up this book and read it, you're going to totally get what I'm discussing here today. So the inner game of selling. You need to explain to your customer how much better off they're going to be if they will buy blank, a Pio Challenge Pack, Shakeology on Home Direct, whatever you're trying to talk to them about that will help them in whatever scenario their life is in right then. So convince them that they will be, how much better off they're going to be, or how much worse off they're going to be if they neglect to buy this particular product. Customers only buy benefits, they buy solutions to their problems, and are only concerned about what is in it for them. So cater to those needs, cater to the benefits, cater to the solutions to their problems, and they are concerned about them. So cater to that. Don't go in and talk about yourself a whole lot. Talk about them and what you can do to help them. Secondly, you need to connect with your customers in a way that tells them that they will be better off if they buy your product. Not somebody else's, not some other health and nutrition product that is out there that people are selling. How much better off they are going to be if they buy a Beachbody product from you. Thirdly, connect with your customer emotionally when convincing them to buy something. So this comes into really digging down deep and getting why they really want to change their body, their life, the way they're living. You've got to connect with them on a very deep level So you can get a hold of that emotional string in them, so that they know and they are convinced at the time of purchase that this is what's going to be that's going to help them. Lastly, help your customer to understand how and why your product will satisfy their needs better than anything else. So this kind of sums up all of that. Make them understand that whatever product you are presenting to them, that it's going to help them lose weight, help them get more energy, help them just feel better every day. Again, whatever their why is, cater to that. So whenever you're talking to your customers, you need to position yourself as a friend, as an advisor, as a helper, and as a teacher. So we all know that asking lots of questions is very important whenever you're getting to know your customers. You want to find out everything that they're willing to provide to you, and you want to ask the right questions. So here are some examples. So if you don't have a pen and paper out already, get one out, because I'm going to go over many different questions here that you can utilize. So a good question to ask, if they already know what program they want, or if they are already doing something other than Beachbody. Here's the question we want to ask. What results do you expect to achieve with this program? So if they already are convinced, I need to do Insanity, that's the program I need to do, and maybe you're not quite sure if that's what they need, or if they're doing some other type of health and fitness program or supplements, again, ask them, what results do you expect to achieve with this program? And that's it. And see what they say. You need to ask a lot of questions that will help you identify their basic needs and their secondary needs that your product can satisfy. So the person who asks the questions has control. Keep that in mind. You don't have to go to them and ask 20 different questions in one message to them. They're not going to answer it. Just go back and forth, carry a conversation with them, ask the appropriate question at the right time. But again, asking the questions to your customer means that you are in control. So again, here are some more questions. So get out your pen and paper. What are you doing now in this area? Again, what are you doing now in this area? Number 2, how is that working out for you? Again, how is that working out for you? Third question, what are your plans for the future in this area? Again, what are your plans for the future in this area? Fourth question, if you could wave a magic wand and have the perfect situation in this area, how would it be different from what you are currently doing? So let me repeat that one more time because that was a long one. If you could wave a magic wand and have the perfect situation in this area, how would it be different from what you are currently doing? One last question here. What would you have to be convinced of to go ahead with our product or any product? Again, what would you have to be convinced of to go ahead with our product or any product? Now, I'm giving you these questions because they have been working for me. I have tested all of them out, not necessarily on the same person and not necessarily in that order. Again, just depends upon who you're talking to and what question or questions might be most appropriate for them. But they do work. The first time I went and used it on somebody a couple weeks ago, I just kind of basically went through some of these questions, and I told my husband, I was like, I cannot believe it. But what this book is providing to us, it works. It really does work. And it has made me feel a lot more confident. So don't be scared to ask these questions of people. They want to talk about themselves, they want help. Another thing that has been very helpful for me when basically you're in the kind of that asking a lot of questions, kind of interviewing your customers, is anybody that has went through a challenge group with you or has just purchased a product, maybe not done a challenge group with you, but they've had some results. They don't have to be drastic results, just some sort of results with either drinking Shakeology, doing a workout program of yours, doing any of the supplements that Beachbody offers, or doing both, a workout program and Shakeology. Even if you just have one person right now that has done a group with you or has bought the product from you, get a testimonial from them. Ask them, hey, Mr. Customer, can you be so kind to write up a sentence or two for me that I could share with one of my future clients of how this product worked for you? Tell them you will not use their name. You will not use their before and after pictures unless they tell you that you can. I've gotten some before and after pictures and testimonials from you all that you guys have approved for me to use within a private message. I'm not going to be posting those publicly on Facebook, again, without your permission, but it really does do wonders for somebody to see what the products have done for somebody else other than you. They initially get interested about the product because of what you're telling them. But knowing that there is somebody else out there that has also done this product and has also had results, that normally seals the deal. It's just like whenever we go out and buy something that's kind of pricey, we do our research. We ask around to our friends. We may do research on the internet. Your customers are doing that too. They want to know that they're going to spend this money and it's going to work if they follow it. One other type of testimonial that I would highly encourage you to get is a price testimonial. We all run into the price objections. Don't have the money right now. It's too expensive. I just can't see spending that much money on myself right now. You have those customers who eventually purchased a product from you who initially were very resistant because of the price. Go back to those customers. Ask them if they can type up a few sentences for you and send it to you so you can use it as a testimonial to those customers who are price hesitant. Okay, now it's time to wrap all that up. So what I want you guys to think about are 3 questions. And you really do need to figure out these 3 questions before you start approaching some of these other topics and ideas that I've presented you today. What causes your customers to buy from you? What is it about you that makes people attracted to you? You need to know that. Why are Beachbody products better than any other product out there? You guys have all used the Beachbody products. Why are you convinced that they are better than any other product out there? And lastly, who is your ideal customer? Who do you see that you're attracting? Most of the time, it's somebody very much like you. Whether you're a mom, you're a stay-at-home mom, you babysit, you work full-time and do your Beachbody business. I could go on and on and on, but who is your ideal customer? You need to figure that out, and that's who you need to zone in on. Don't be zoning in on somebody who is completely and totally opposite of you. Yes, you may want to just make that sale, but really think about it. Can you really connect to them? If you do convince them to buy something and they get into one of your challenge groups and they've got questions and issues about things that you don't have a clue of how to answer or how to even relate to them, you don't want that situation to pull up. So make sure you know who that ideal customer is. Make sure you know why people are attracted to you and why are Beachbody products better than any other product out there. Okay? So the key to all of this is that you need to be spending your time with your better prospects. So those people who look up to you, who you're most like. If you do that, that is going to be your recipe for a higher income because you're able to really connect with those people. And this may seem silly, but Brian Tracy goes over this over and over again in this book, and it really is true. Tell yourself over and over again, I like myself. I like myself. Wake up in the morning, I like myself. All throughout the day, I like myself. I'm going to read this, and this comes from his book. The more you like yourself, the more you like other people. The more you like other people, the more they will like you in return. The more you like your customers, the more your customers like you, and the more willing they are to buy from you and to recommend you to their friends. Makes total and complete sense. I hope this training is very helpful to you guys. What I'm going to do is in our team page, post the top coach checklist for you so you can start going over that. And I'm also going to post the notes to this video that I went over. So you have some of those questions in a Word document that may make it easier for you to kind of go over if you missed some of the parts from today. So again, if you have any questions, comment below, send me a private message. I hope again this was very helpful and hope you guys have a wonderful day.